Good evening, everyone. Notice of this meeting stated date, place, and time has been disseminated as required under the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975. Copies of the agenda, finance report, and personnel reports are also posted on the city's website and Linden TV for the public. This meeting is now called to order. Mr. Clerk, can you please conduct a prayer and flag salute?
God of the universe, look thou with favor upon these here assembled, and bestow thy guidance upon the members of the governing body in their deliberations. This we ask in thy name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In the event of an emergency, the proper method of exiting the council chambers is through the 3 doors in the rear of the room. Occupants should proceed down the staircase, out the front door, and move away from the area of the front steps. Any member of the public wishing to speak during the public comment portion at the end of the meeting, please sign in the white sheets provided at the front of the room with your name and address. Please turn off all cell phones and place them on vibrate. If you must take a call, please leave the council chambers to do so. Mr. Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Ormond.
Excused.
Mr. Javik.
Present.
Caldwell.
Present.
Mohammed.
Present.
Cosby. Roman.
Present.
Strano.
Here.
Blaine. Medina.
Excused.
Hudak.
Present.
Mrs. Yamikaitis.
Here. Okay, we're going to start the evening off with a proclamation from Mayor Armstead honoring Devon Boykin for being awarded the 2022 UK Student Recognition Award. Okay. Devon, can you please come up with Mayor? Yep. Jerry's coming down, Mayor.
As long as I was your councilman, I should know that, right? So we have a proclamation for Devon. Whereas Devon Boykin is a Linden native, you know what, Devon? Whereas Mayor Armstead needs his glasses to read. We make a mess of this if we don't do it. And that's better. Whereas Devon Boykin is a Linden native and has attended the New Road School in Parlin, New Jersey for many years as a Linden District student. Devon has proven to be an incredible leader and teacher when it comes to employment training placement at New Road School and within the community. And whereas Devon is a quick learner and very efficient at doing each assigned job, Devon has excelled at many job sites within the New Road School over the years. Devon has worked in various departments that include ShopRite, the greenhouse maintenance, the cafeteria, food prep, office work, and school newspaper. And whereas Devon has expressed his previous interest in working in the restaurant industry and has worked at 2 restaurants through the SLE program, such as Outback Steakhouse and Bubba's 33 in Old Bridge. Devon attends 2 days a week at Geodis Logistics Fulfillment and Distribution Center in Monroe Township. Devon has said one of his favorite job sites is the Husky House in Matawan, caring for shelter dogs. And whereas Devon has always completed any task that was asked of him at New Road or in the community, no matter how big or small. Devon has done an amazing job, and we wish him the best in continuing his great work ethic in the years to come. And he will be truly missed upon him aging out of the school this past June at New Road and in the Linden District. And now therefore it be proclaimed that I, Derek Armstead, Mayor of the City of Linden in the State of New Jersey, on this 19th day of July 2022, I do hereby recognize Devon Boykin for being awarded the 2022 USK Student Recognition recipient for his hard work, dedication, and completion of his program at the New Road School in Parlin. We're so proud of you. Keep the good work, Devon. And signed by myself, Mayor Derek Armstead. And Devon, we're very proud of you. I've known you since you were Lehigh. You're great. You and your mother and your brothers and sisters. And I know you couldn't wait till you got 18 to come vote for me, right? Yeah. Yes, he was. He was when they all of them. Let me take a picture. What are we doing? Come on,
Yep.
Mom, we gotta get your camera so you can get a picture.
Congratulations once again, Devon. Okay, we're going to now move on to ordinances on hearing, beginning with Ordinance 6643.
Bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $176,000 for improvements to St. Mark's Park and authorizing the issuance of $119,700 in bonds or notes of the city for financing part of the appropriation.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move the hearing be closed on ordinance 6643, ordinance be adopted, and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Yes. Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6644.
Bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $200,200 for acquisition of various items of capital equipment for the police department and authorizing the issuance of $190,190 bonds or notes of the city for financing part of the appropriation.
Has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
I make a motion to move ordinance 66-44 forward and ask for a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Cosby? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Yes. Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6645.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7, Traffic, Section 7-22, stop intersections shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. Add stop intersections. Southwood Avenue and Tremley Point Road, stop sign shall be installed on Tremley Point Road, southeast corner.
Has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
I make a motion to move forward ordinance 66-45 and ask for a second, please.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Yes. Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay. Ordinance 6646.
An ordinance of the City Council of the City of Linden adopting the redevelopment plan entitled Redevelopment Plan, Block 469, Lots 38.06, commonly known as 750 West Edgar Road, pursuant to the Local Development and Housing Law, NJSA 48:12A-1 at sequence.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Yes, Council President, I move to close the public hearing of ordinance number 6646. Move for approval and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6647.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7, Traffic, of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23, 1999, and approved November 24, 1999, and is amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7 shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. Add new Section 7-48 Linden Plaza Shopping Center.
Okay, has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move to close the public hearing of ordinance number 6647. Move for approval and request a second. Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6648.
Bond ordinance providing an appropriation of $902,000 for City Hall chiller plant replacement and authorizing the issuance of $856,900 bonds or notes of the city for financing part of the appropriation.
Has the ordinance been properly published and posted?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any written communication been received?
No, ma'am.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, excuse me, I'm tongue-tied. I move the hearing to be closed on ordinance 6648 and request a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we're going to backtrack a little bit. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of June 21st, 2022. Can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move that we adopt the minutes of the meeting of June 21st, 2022, and ask for a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Hudak?
Abstain.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we're going to move on to the consent agenda items. Okay, all the items listed with asterisks are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member so requests. We have items number 1 through 4. Does any council member wish to remove an item? Okay, seeing none, can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move that the items number 1 through 4 on the consent agenda be approved and ask for a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Okay, we're going to move on to committee reports and comments from members of the governing body. Okay, starting with Councilman Javik.
Thank you, Council President. First, I'd like to start with the approval I need for the payment of the finance report. The payment of bills totaling $1,928,480.51. Bills have been signed by the mayor, council president, and finance chairwoman, and a detailed check register and vouchers are on file in the clerk's office. We are also in receipt of the investments made by the city treasurer for the month of June at the rate of 0.05%. I move for approval and ask for a second.
Second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Continue, Councilman.
Continuing, as chairman of the Fire Committee, the Fire Prevention Bureau collected the following monies during the month of June 2022, a total of $7,660.96. Regarding the Linden Fire Department ambulance billing, the amount of $74,535.70 for June have been added to the total deposits for 2022, totaling $438,107.68. Good evening, everybody. Well, first, I'd like to congratulate our Linden Police Department 2022 Youth Academy. Their graduation will be this Friday, July 22nd at 2:30 p.m. at the John Street Recreation Center. That's 1025 John Street. In regards to our Board of Health, our community transmission rate of COVID seems to be increasing again. That said, they are recommending the wearing of masks in all public buildings until such time as the activity rate reduces again. They are also encouraging any Linden resident who has a positive result from a home test to call the health department so that our nurses can answer any questions that you may have, and these results can be included in the reported data. The American Humane Society of Newark, our contracted animal control service provider, will be holding a mobile pet wellness clinic in the parking lot of the Memorial Field Dog Park at the Police Athletic League Field at 46 Lower Road on Tuesday, July 26th, from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Wellness services will include low-cost spaying, neutering, vaccinations, microchipping, and wellness exams. Prices for these services can be found on the AHS website at ahscares.org, and the services are provided by appointment only. To receive any of these services, you must make an appointment with AHS by calling them at 973-824-7080. Let me repeat that, 973-824-7080, extension 118. Our Linden Fire Department is inviting anyone that's interested to become a Linden firefighter. Informational sessions will be held at Firehouse Number 3, 1201 East Elizabeth Avenue on Tuesday, August 2nd, and Thursday, August 25th at 7 p.m. Deadline to apply is August 31st at 4 p.m. You can apply online at linden-newjersey.gov/LFD recruit. Also, please put on your calendars at the promenade this Wednesday, 5 p.m. We're going to be doing karaoke after work. Also, on July 22nd, 2 to 5 p.m., the Linden Police Traffic Bureau Bicycle Rodeo will take place at Dobson Park. And on Saturday, July 30th, 12 to 9 p.m., our Latin Festival will take place in front of the City Hall on Wood Avenue. Finally, as a reminder, for the health, safety, and well-being of our community, dogs must be secured on private property and securely leashed on public property. All dogs must be licensed with the city clerk's office. I can be reached at 908-494-4608 or email me at bjavik@linden-newjersey.gov. On Facebook, Second Ward Councilman Barry E. Javik. I also encourage everyone to visit our City of Linden website for all information. Thank you, Council President. End of report.
Okay. Councilman Javik, do you have the finance report? Oh, I did. That's true. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Let's see, Councilwoman Caldwell.
Thank you, Council President. I'll be reading the Division of Transportation and Parking for Councilwoman Ormond in her absence. The report that Tyrone Gibbons submits to her on a monthly basis. I hereby submit the monthly financial report from the Division of Transportation and Parking for the month of June 2022. This report includes the collection of on and off-street parking meters, railroad parking lots, railroad parking permits, and merchant parking permits as well. Trenton side collections, $2,429. New York side collections, $713. Railroad credit card transactions, $28,650.60. Railroad permits, $540. Online railroad permits, $11,100. Parking meter collections, $13,710. Merchant permits, zero. They didn't collect anything from the merchants. The grand total is $57,132.70. My next report will be for Code and Construction. Mr. Mark Bertacco, I appreciate all your hard work. That office is very busy. They keep them very busy, and thank you, and I appreciate you. The total collected for the month of June is $273,998. Total permits issued, 219. Total certificates, 70. Summons and code enforcement. Zoning permits issued, 155. I don't have an IT report because the the department head canceled my meeting, so I don't have a IT report, Council President. I just want to tell my constituents of the Third Ward, just please slow down. The Third Ward has become the Autobahn. I'm still trying to get speed humps in the Third Ward by Dobson Park in the PAL. They're speeding. As I always say, 2 years ago, my son was hit on Wood Avenue. He is living and standing and has all his faculties, but everybody's not going to have my story. So please slow down. You could contact me at mcaldwell@linden-newjersey.org, and my number is 908-531-0676. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you.
Councilman Muhammad?
Thank you, Council President, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Devon Borkins for his outstanding work. He was a neighbor of mine and still is my neighbor, and I'm just honored and privileged to see how a fine young man you have turned out to be. It's just good to see you grow from knee-high to a duck to an outstanding citizen. Good evening, my dear friends and constituents. July, as you know, is my birth month, but you may not know that. But as you would imagine, has been an active month throughout the beautiful Fourth Ward. Work performed efficiently by our dedicated employees, including garbage, trash, and recycling collection, tree stumps removal, street sweeping, road repairs such as crack sealing, sewer calls respond on Roselle Street, as well as catch basins have been inspected around the ward. I'm here for you at any time, my friends. Please text me at 908-463-4843 with any questions of concern. I tried to attend at least for a while all the backyard barbecues I'm invited to, but I thank you for including me in your family gatherings. I'm humble and don't want to be 500 pounds, so lighten up on the old man, but I appreciate you and love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay, Councilwoman Cosby? Okay, Councilman Roman?
Thank you, Council President. I will be brief. Hope everyone's having a great summer. We're dealing with some graffiti issues in the 6th Ward, as well as some overgrowth issues. Construction code and others, code enforcement are on top of those, and health department, where the health department gets involved with those. So we should see those issues getting resolved. However, if there's anything overgrown that you think I might have missed, which I haven't, please give me a call at any time. In the next couple of months, they will be paving Clinton Street, East Stimson, Cedar, Union, and Liberty, at least, on the sides in between Clinton and Wood Avenue. So just look out for that. Obviously, there was a lot of main work and utility work done there, and we are, pumping in some of the 6th Ward paving money and the utility money to get that done. So that'll be happening soon. I've been running Wheeler quite often, and I just wanted to tell people about this awesome program. The county and the Department of Human Services in Union County are doing a special needs night, which started back before the pandemic, and they resumed it. So every Wednesday at 6:30 to 8:30, they open up the spray park for any families, parents, and children with special needs. It's awesome. They never open up the spray park at night, so when the lights come on the little Volkswagen bus, it's pretty cool. I was there with Commissioner Hudak last week, and it was really awesome to see all the kids running around having a good time. So it's an awesome program. It's every Wednesday in July and August, 6:30 to 8:30. That's 234 West Stimson's, Wheeler Park, right here in the 6th Ward. One last thing I just want to talk about, there was a break-in on East Linden Avenue. I want the public to know that we are, as the city, and I know the police department are all over it. There are investigations going on as to whom did it. I know that there was camera footage that was spread across social media. I know that there's also been rumors or that there was also a break-in of the same guy in Cranford. So just want to let you know that it is not being forgotten about, and that we will be continuously being on top of that. And as for that, call me anytime, 908-494-5784. And Council President, that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Strano.
Thank you, Council President. First, I have the confident personnel report, actually. Won't be confidential after I read it. Number one, in the Board of Health, we're going to amend the start date of Christine Radanovac, registered environmental health specialist, to July 11th of 2022, noting that the position is not a grant-funded position. And B is to amend the appointment of Marjorie DeRival, a COVID journalist, to July 18th, 2022, and to indicate that that position is grant-funded. C is to approve the entering into the Memorandum of Understanding with Grand Canyon University to allow university students to participate in a practicum for registered nurses to earn a basic school nurse degree, subject to the final approval by the city to the form of an MOU. D is to approve Christiane Amazon, RN, to participate in a practicum with the Board of Health pursuant to the MOU with Grand Canyon University, effective October 17th, 2022, and that's subject to full compliance with the MOU and the city's pre-employment requirements. Item 2 is in the construction code, is accepting the resignation of Monica Thompson, effective June 20th of 2022. B is to approve the posting for the position of a clerk 1. And C is to approve the reposting for the position of a fire subcode official. 3, in the police department, is to approve the appointment of 3 police recruit candidates as attached, effective July 11th of 2022, to be placed in the July 2022 Police Academy, subject to successful completion of all the City of Linden pre-employment requirements for police recruits. B is to approve the advertisement for the position of a clerk 1, and C is the re-advertisement for the position of a computer services technician. Item 4, in the Department of Community Services, A is to approve the appointment of Rohit Gadu, a diesel mechanic, Public Works Tier 2, full-time at the hourly rate of $29 per hour, effective August 1st of 2022, subject to the successful completion of the city's background check. B is approving the posting of the public advertisement to statewide residents as well. Internal posting for the following positions: mechanic, Public Works, Tier 2, and a diesel mechanic, Public Works, Tier 2. C is to approve the termination of Brandon Heath, laborer, Public Works, effective June 21st of 2022. And D is to approve the seasonal list that's on file in the city clerk's office. 5, in the office of the mayor, approve the re-advertisement for the position of a management specialist. 6, in the personnel division, is the approval of the FMLA, NJFLA leaves that are on file with Division of Personnel. The police recruits in order of seniority are Claudia Cuidad, Devon Davis, and Anna Wasik. I move for approval and ask for a second.
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes to all except for 2A.
And that's a
I
no,
vote-
sir?
And I'll vote no on that.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemekaitis?
Yes. Continue, Councilman Strano.
Thank you. This is an update, ongoing projects in the city. Comes out of our Department of Community Services. This is the work that's being done in the parks primarily. In memorial tennis courts have been paved, and they're scheduled to be color-coded within the next 2 weeks. Wilson Park tennis courts will be started July 21st. The PAL fields will be started in the middle of August. Memorial Field 1 and 3 will be started on September 6th. Memorial 2 and Tremley Fields will start at the end of October. Sunnyside, Dr. King Park, we're waiting for quotes on the color code. It's the same contractor that's doing the work at the Memorial in Wilson. That being said, I've got an announcement here from one of my constituents. This is regarding the Greater Mount Moriah Baptist Church. On July 23rd, this Saturday, there's going to be a food and clothing giveaway from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. They're located at 24 East 14th Street. That's between Clinton Street and Southwood Avenue. And on the side along the creek, there's the only building on that side of the street. This is through Pastor Reverend Barry Weiss II. Continuing on, I had remarks regarding some unfortunate, unpleasant odors, and I'm putting it mildly. Just want all the residents to know that Mayor Armstead and I are engaged in making sure that this doesn't happen again. Apparently, the Aries plant is having major issues with their startup, and I think maybe the mayor will elaborate a little bit further on when he does his report. And that concludes my my report.
Thank you, Councilman Strano. Councilman Blaine?
Thank you, Council President. As the Chair of Parks and Recreation, I'd just like to make a couple announcements. On July 22nd, there will be a bike rodeo at Dobson Park. Helmets will be given away and bike riding tips, and that starts at 2 p.m. till 5 p.m., so make sure you bring all the children out. It'll be a nice event for the family to come out and to enjoy. On July 30th, there will be a Latin festival on Wood Avenue. It's real important that everyone take note to this. Wood Avenue will be shut down from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So be mindful of that in your travels. But in the festival, they're going to have a kids zone with children games, and it's just a fun time for everyone to come out. Again, rain date will be Sunday, July 31st, if it rains on the 30th. On August 2nd, there'll be National Night Out starting at 5 p.m. It's a beautiful event to come out and, again, meet the community and meet some of the fine officers we have here in Linden. That will take place on Wood Avenue. And following the event, there's always a concert with the Sensational Soul Cruisers. So make sure you come out and take part in that. In the 8th Ward, Mayor Armstead, along with Kyle Smith and family, presents the community reunion. There'll be special guest DJs, special entertainers, Crystal Waters, Kenny Bobian, game trucks, face painting, free lunch for seniors, and a youth basketball tournament taking place on August 6th. That is at Dorothy Ford Park, formerly known as St. Mark's. Make sure you come out. It's going to be a great time. I'll be there, and look forward to having the community come out and join us. On 8/20th, this is another one that I'll be at because I'm an avid motorcycle rider. 911 responders will be stopping through the Aviation Plaza at 2 p.m. on their motorcycle ride. So again, come out. If you just like to just come out and see all the various motorcycles that on display as they make their journey onward. On another note, I've heard the concerns about our playground children's programs, and just so you know, we'll have a meeting this Thursday to address all concerns of the community, and that will be addressed, and we look for improvement immediately on that, so take comfort in that. One also make note that the Recycle Center have extended hours every Wednesday night, so if you have extra cardboard and what have you, the Recycle Center will remain open just on Wednesday night. So if you get off work, you still have time to get your recyclables over to the center. Also, because we're in the summer months, and I know everybody's having a good time and you have your family and friends over, but please be mindful of your neighbors. As the night gets long and it's 11, 12 o'clock, turn your music down. There is a noise ordinance that you're supposed to cut the music off at 10 p.m. So be mindful of that. COVID is still running rampant. There's a lot of variances out here. We have the monkeypox, a lot of things we have to deal with. I know we had a vaccination program that has ended, but they're looking to extend it with hopefully if some grants come through, but as of right now, it's not extended. So if you haven't had any vaccination, I encourage everyone to at least get your vaccination. If you had your vaccination, get boosted. And I want everybody to enjoy the summer, and we'll see you next month. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Hudak?
I'd like to thank everyone for their assistance into the transition of the 10th Ward seat, and a request was made for a traffic study regarding Stockton Circle, and the 9th and 10th Wards will be hosting a yard sale July 30th and 31st. End of my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Okay, I want to start off my report by offering my condolences to the Turbot family on the recent loss of their mother, Joan Turbot. She was very active for many years in the 8th Ward community, also one of the founding members of our 8th Ward Democratic Club. So once again, I offer my condolences to their family. On behalf of council, I'd like to also congratulate Police Officer Rashad Elias on his retirement. We wish you all the best and thank you for all your service to the city. The Mayor's Youth Commission is having an event at Applebee's called Stuff the Bus with School Supplies on August 18th from 2 to 8 p.m. It is a family fun day with outdoor fun and games along with great food. The cost is a $10 entry fee. All proceeds from that $10 will go towards school supplies. Also on August 18th, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., if you dine in or take out at Applebee's, 100% of the proceeds will go towards school supplies. You must mention that you are dining to donate when you go in, or else if you take out, use the coupon code Doing Good at checkout. Okay, from the library board, there's many events going on with our Linden Library over the summer. For instance, for the children, they have Making a Story quilt on July 25th from 1 to 2 p.m. For children, children will be able to illustrate their own narratives, and their square will be added to an entire quilt that will be hung at the Linden Library. They also have an Animal of the Week each week. On Mondays at 10 a.m., children will be introduced to a new animal and make a craft immediately following. There's also programs for the adults as well. There are various movies throughout the summer. The library is offering citizenship exam preparation classes, a de-stress fest on various evenings. All information is available on the Linden Public Library website at lindenpl.org. As many of my colleagues mentioned, tomorrow night we have karaoke night, sponsored by our SID committee, which is our Uptown Linden, and Mayor Armstead. Mayor Armstead was present with many of our council members last month. It was a great event last week, 2 weeks ago rather. So tomorrow night they're offering free hot dogs for anyone that comes out. Mayor, I hope you'll be able to make it, and you got up twice last time to sing, so Mayor's a great singer, as well as Councilwoman Caldwell, who surprised us. So, again, that's tomorrow night, beginning at 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Please come out, and it's a good night of fun and entertainment for everyone. Okay, Mayor? I'm ready for your report now.
Okay, good evening, everyone. First, let me start by congratulating Lindsay Parker, who was just certified as our court administrator by the New Jersey Supreme Court. Lindsay is a lifelong Linden resident from Chandler Avenue over in the 8th Ward. That's Michelle's ward and Garnett's ward, and I guess a part of my ward also. I grew up
Yes,
in the 8th
you
Ward.
were up there.
So I want to congratulate her. It's not easy becoming a court administrator, as we all know. Others have held the position temporarily, but weren't able to meet the criteria. So once again, we want to congratulate her. Also, I'd like to congratulate Rashawn Elias of the Linden Police Department on his retirement. Rashawn was a great officer, and he still is, until he walks out the door. And we've enjoyed working with him. He's a very decent human being, and I think he operates, I would say, as a police officer, he was very courteous in his conduct. That didn't stop him from doing his job, but he was always very courteous as he dealt with people, as police officers should be. I always tell everybody that police officers have a lot of power. Not only do they have the power to enforce law, they have the power to win and influence people. So, I think Rashawn was an example of how a police officer could win and influence people by just, again, being courteous in his conduct. So I want to thank him for serving in our great city and wish him well. I'm going to pick up where a councilman from the 7th Ward left off with regards to a company we have in Linden called Aries Energy. Some time ago, we brought Aries Energy into our town. They process sludge at the sewage treatment plant. They take the sludge and they make it into like a fly ash that can be used to manufacture cement. Now, the trend nowadays is not to bury sludge, but to try to make it into more of a useful component. Now, unfortunately, they've had a lot of trouble with their startup of this company. It's a technology that's I think emerging, and they've had some serious problems. So the residents have had to endure with the breakdowns and the smells, and sometimes that smell, depending on the wind, will blow into other towns. So it's not just affecting people in the immediate area, it's affecting people from other towns as well, like Rawway, and even as far as Staten Island, if it catches the right breeze. So first of all, we want to apologize for any inconvenience that may have caused our residents. But the good news is that Aries will be shutting down their plant until November 22. They have realized what's causing the problem. It was a faulty condenser, and they have to wait for delivery of a new replacement condenser, which will not arrive until sometime mid-October, early November. So they will be shut down for a few months. In addition to that, they're going to be working on a building that we call the personnel building for the Linden Roselle Sewage Authority. So they've made tremendous upgrades there on our property. And one thing about Aries is that they're housed on the Linden Sewage Authority property, and they're utilizing space that we could not have taxed before. But now that they're here, we receive a tax revenue, and we will receive a host community benefit when this thing is up and fully running with the amount of sludge that they process. Now, and from other towns which will be coming. The other side of that equation is that by processing our sludge we don't have to process it, so that allows us to shut down some of our back-end processing. So the city will save twofold when this project is up and running to full capacity. So, but once again, I really want to apologize to those residents for who had to endure, anyone who had to endure that awful smell, and I want them to be assured that we're doing everything humanly possible to try to make sure that they don't have to deal with this. So that is the conclusion of my areas report. Just for the knowledge of residents, Amtrak will be starting on July 22nd through November on Monday through Thursdays and including weekends from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. They'll be working on track A and B. The work will include full replacement of wood ties with concrete ties and installation of brand new track along two of the outer tracks. So that will be occurring starting July 22nd. Resolution 2022-286, the owner of this property would like to entertain a mixed-use development on the plot of land. This is the first step of a redevelopment process to see if the properties can be designated as an area in need of redevelopment. The planning board will eventually review this study to see if it meets the development criteria, but I want everybody to know, going forward, we've built so many apartments in Linden, and discussing these new developments with council, council has basically, council and myself, we basically agree that the time may be now for us to start looking at what we refer to as affordable housing, we call it workforce housing, because affordable housing has a whole different meaning. Workforce housing is when you have two people or one person who's working, trying to make it, they just don't seem to be able to get over the hump. And those are the type of people we want to bring into this workforce housing, people who want to work and give them an opportunity to have nice housing with the hopes of someday being able to save enough money to buy their own home and live that American dream. So that's that property is located on St. George Avenue on the corner of Bauer and St. George Avenue. There's a bus company there. So that particular location, they're looking to perhaps put maybe 75 to 100 units there. And of course, that will, come, we'll figure out what will be allowed there once they come along with a more detailed plan. Ordinance number 6646 is a simple adoption of a redevelopment plan. The owner of this property would like to get a shovel in the ground to build a Holiday Express. They had plans and brought their plans forward to the city prior to COVID, and COVID kind of like put a monkey wrench in their plans, but nevertheless, despite everything that's occurred, they're still willing to come and invest, and we're looking forward to them coming in and hopefully, get that project started. Last but certainly not least, Ordinance 6650. It's an amendment to a redevelopment plan that was adopted years ago to allow townhouses and also apartments, which may increase the value of the property. This property is referred to as the what was the plastic? What was the
Park
Plastic? Park Plastic. I'm can't remember it like I used to. Maybe getting old. I don't know. The Park Plastic property. So we've amended the redevelopment plan in a way that there's a property that was there that we were going to try to buy from an individual. Since we're not going to include that in the plan, we're amending the plan. Let me continue here. Some of the other council members announced some of the events that are happening in town, but I think they may have left one out. We have one called the Linden Legends, and that's going to be on 7/29 from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock in the Promenade. And what the Linden Legends is, it's nothing more than some of the older groups that were in town many years ago. They're going to be coming and performing here in Linden. We'd like to make this a yearly event and encourage even more Linden and local performers, even if they're from other towns, of maybe Roselle or Rollway or Plainfield. Back during the time when people actually played instruments, they didn't just scratch and redub and all that kind of stuff. So we're looking forward to that particular outing, and we're looking forward to having this particular program on a yearly basis. So And I say, that's all, folks. That concludes my reports.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one little housekeeping note before we move on to our resolutions. If you would like to speak during the public portion, please sign in the front sheets in the front of the room. Yes, Mayor?
I forgot one important thing.
Okay.
Hold on, it's on my phone. Let's see. Okay. This, this is a new policy we implemented. So as your mayor, I think, my job is to make sure that there's security, both with law enforcement and anything else that could affect the city. So I just want to make an announcement that we've begun adding what we call something called two-factor authentication for all city employee logins. While the extra few seconds for this two-factor authentication
Authorization, yeah.
Can sometimes seem inconvenient, the additional layer of security is important to maintain the security and integrity of our data and our network. So that's something that's going to be happening very soon with all of our employees, just so people know that when you come to City Hall and you're giving sensitive information to this body or to our city, that it's going to be handled properly. That concludes my report. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, resolutions. We have resolutions number 2022-261 through 2022-289. Okay. Can we have a motion, please?
Council President, I move that resolutions 2022-261 through 2022-289 be approved, and ask for a second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Mr. Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby?
Gonna vote yes to 270, 272, 273, 278, 281, 283, 287, 289. Now staying on the rest.
Roman?
Am I allowed a discussion, Sir Clerk?
It's usually after the motion.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he went right into it. Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Hudak?
Yes.
Mrs. Yemekaitis?
yes.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 7 Traffic of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, that Chapter 7 Traffic shall be, and the same is hereby amended as follows. 7-33 handicap parking regulations, 7-33.1A handicap parking on street. Add 1115 Dill Avenue, one space, specifically reserved and designated for a vehicle for Michael Brooks.
Can we have a motion for introduction of ordinance 6649, please?
Yes, Council President, I move for introduction of ordinance number 6649 and request a second.
Second.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Hudak? Mrs. Yemakaitis? An ordinance adopting a second amended redevelopment plan for the Park Plastic Site, initially governing the redevelopment of Block 496, Lot 3, to include Block 496. Joe, do you have the ordinance? I think I'm missing the lot number on 6650.
Block 496, Lot 3.
But it says to include, I don't know if it's the same one or if there's a separate lot number, or if it's just, okay. So the redevelop.
496 lots 3 to include 496 lot 4.
Okay, Thank you. So that's to the redevelopment of Block 496, Lot 3, to include Block 496, Lot 4, on the tax maps of the city pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing law, NJSA 40A:12A-1 at sequence.
Okay, can we have a motion for introduction of ordinance 6650, please?
Council President, I move for introduction of ordinance number 6650 and request a second.
Second.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Hudak? Yes. Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. Ordinance 6651, please.
An ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 17 Sewer and Water of an ordinance entitled, An Ordinance Adopting and Enacting the Revised General Ordinances of the City of Linden, 1999, passed November 23rd, 1999, and approved November 24th, 1999, and as amended and supplemented. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Linden, Section 1, Chapter 17, entitled Water and Sewer, Article 2, entitled Water, shall be amended to add the following: 17-15, required connection to public water.
Okay, can we have a motion to introduce ordinance 6651, please?
Yes, Council President, I move for introduction of ordinance number 6651 and request a second.
Second.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Hudak? Yes. Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. All right, we're moving on to comments from members of the public in attendance on city business only. No personal, political, or derogatory comments. Not to exceed 3 minutes. Okay, we'll start with John Kazar. Okay, can you please state your name and address for the record?
John Kaiser, 23 West Montauk Avenue. Council President, before you start the time, can I just, I'd never asked for this. Can I just say a few thanks? You're going to be one of them for what, yeah, I just want to thank the fire department, the police. You know, I had a big loss this month, June 24th, my father passed. Your firemen were great. Kostry, Berlinski, it was such a blur that day, I don't really remember. I want to thank Officer Ingram for his professionalism and compassion. It was a delicate balance that day between having to do some type of an investigation and seeing his two sons in shock. I want to thank you, Council President, and Councilman Javik. They saw me outside. They came and then gave condolences. Councilman Roman, always, man. You know, you described my father on Facebook as honest and wholesome, and man, I had to think about that. And I was like, this guy's right. My dad was honest and wholesome. My mother was too. I guess it skips a generation now. Just kidding. Yeah, thank you. You showed up at the wake. I really appreciate that. I wish I can hear my father say one more time, "Get Roman on the phone." He really liked you, man. He appreciates the job you did. So, all right, thank you. You can start. I had a lot of
Yep,
important
on
stuff.
behalf of council, once again, we offer our
Thank you
condolences.
so much. I appreciate that. So I got a quick question. So for years we came here and there were always police here. So what was the reason they were here, or what's the reason they're not now? I don't know. It was weird that they used to always be here. So Facebook blew up this weekend. All right, we all smelled it. I'm a little disappointed. Everybody goes on Facebook, complains, and then we have an empty council meeting here. And listen, I know you guys don't hate me. You just hate that I say the quiet part out loud all the time. All right, I get it. I know. You know, I'm like the thorn in the side. You know, the mayor's been dressing up Aries for years. You know, he uses his word salads, and man, he throws the arugula, the romaine, the spinach, and the iceberg in with this one. You know, he says biochar, green, reduced carbon footprint, when all it is a turd salad. Listen, so Aries already sent a letter to the LRSA, Linden Roselle Sewer Authority, for anyone that doesn't know, saying that's them that's producing this smell. And, you know, they're gaslighting already. And I don't even feel bad, you know, I don't even feel bad for all the residents that didn't know about this, because we've been talking about this for 2-3 years now, all right? And Linden is the guinea pigs. We're the guinea pigs with this. It really, it was disgusting. A lot of people called me up. Like, I got like 12 texts asking me what the smell is, and I'm like, why are you asking me? So, you know, they're running after hours. They're running on the weekends. The LRSA comes in Monday morning, they shut down. And people ask why, because they're discharging to the LRSA. They're not paying right now, all in the guise of testing, quote unquote testing. It's possible they have to go out for a redesign already. The mayor said they have to get a condenser. You know, I'm hearing that they have to redesign certain parts. Getting a roof might help out there. And I just don't know if it's gonna work. They're years behind, and the whole point was to have a more environmentally finished product, and now they're not even doing that. They abandoned it, all right? There's literally, right now, there's no point. It's more expensive to ship the sludge over to Aries than it is to barge it like they're doing now. And again, the mayor was on March 2021. I was on the live. He was on a Zoom call with Mayor of Newark, Rasbaraca, the Newark residents, because they were bringing it in there. They were trying to bring Aries into Newark, and the Newark residents were like calling him a car salesman, and they were wondering why the mayor of Linden was lobbying for a private company. Okay, you only have to go as far as the campaign contributions to know why. I just think there's a conflict of interest to be on the board of the sewer authority, to be the mayor, to be, you're on the board too, you work there, and then also be lobbying for this other company. So I don't know. It's funny now that there's so much outrage now when we knew about this coming, and now the outrage is going to be too late. So that's all. Thank you.
Okay, Henry Mack? Welcome back, Mr. Mack.
In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful. To the mayor, president of city council, members of council, I'm so happy to see that we survived this long journey. That some of us are still alive and still kicking. Some of us have learned a few things, if you will. Who represents the chief of police up there? Very good. Mr. Mayor, chief of police, I have a message from the families of Linden to the chief and your staff, especially your secretary up there. Such a wonderful person. And in the traffic department, I think her name is, what's her name? The girl down in the traffic. Answer the phone. Jackie. Jackie is a fine, oh my God. The Linden people, the city of Linden, the residents of Linden is so proud of y'all serving them in the manner that you do when you're called upon. That comes from the people. I didn't say it. I'm right there with you, but the people said it. They are so grateful to your service, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, during of the 2 years, y'all didn't see me, and you sure didn't call me, Mayor. I called you, but you didn't ask me. Michelle, Luke Yamatitis did come. And you are the third ward. You and your bad self and your husband. During of my tragedy, George Alvarez and Diane. Diane in here? George Alvarez and Diane, and Councilwoman, the third ward. And Mike Bono, and there's a mystery man in town, John Romer. You can never get John Romer because he's always there in a time of need. Mr. Mayor, the people told me to mention to you, during of their trials and tribulations of the 2 years, they were glad to see you gave them the right hand of fellowship, that you sent food that they may eat. They were very grateful for that. They thought that was very kind of you to do such wonderful thing. My friend, boy, he is one unique guy. He is one unique guy. He always come up. Oh, my God.
Your time is up, Mr. Mack.
Man, you see me talking to you back there. You wouldn't even look up.
Johnny, John.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mack. Welcome back. Okay, can we have a motion to close the public comment portion of the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Cosby? Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine?
Yes.
Hudak? Yes. Mrs. Yemakaitis?
Yes. All right, comments from members of the governing body? Councilman Roman?
Thank you, Council President. Mr. Mack, you've known me a long time. I've known you a long time. You need me, know where you get me, you can text, call me anytime. If I was unavailable one day that you called me, I wanted to pick up, I was unable to. You can call me anytime, I don't care what time of day it is, sir. And John, going back to your father, loved your old man, he was a good dude. I'm sorry for your loss. You know, people up here might differentiate, but he raised a good son, so. Two good sons, so 6th word for life, right there. Thank you, Council President.
Okay. Councilman Blaine?
I just want to say, wish my condolences to the Kezar family. It's tough, and I've been there, so my prayers to you and your family.
Okay. Councilwoman Caldwell?
Yes, I want to say condolences to the Kezar family. I'm so sorry for your loss. I don't know what you're going through, but you're in my prayers. I'm sorry about that. I also want to say thank you to Shane Gillette, DPW. They are great. Linden could not function without them. Jerry Bishop, anytime I call him, he is always on the spot. Anything, even on Saturdays and Sundays, he answers his texts and his calls, and I appreciate them. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Cosby?
This is not my council report, but I'm not going to not wish my two sons happy birthday. Happy birthday to Bilal Rashawn, 26, and Derek Charles, 20 years old.
Anyone else? Okay. Councilman Mohammed?
Thank you, Council President. I would wish my son, Alfred Y. Muhammad II, that's blazing trails and is now in London, England, enduring 100-degree temperature, but he's not there vacationing. He's working for one of the largest digital marketing companies, a product of Linden Public Schools and Union Catholic School. I'm just so proud of him. Happy birthday, son. Today is his birthday. He's 25 years old. I wish I was 25. Well, not really, because I had 2 children at that time, so that wasn't the most enjoyable thing. But I am a proud father. Thank you. God bless you, and my condolences to you, Mr. Kezar. May God bless you, keep your family, keep you in the right frame of mind, and wish you the best.
Okay. Councilwoman Caldwell?
And my son's birthday's not till Friday, but he'll be 16. Trevor Caldwell, he happens to work for the city of Linden, and he makes me proud, and I just wanted to say that. And happy birthday to your sons, Councilwoman Cosby and Councilman Muhammad. That's it.
Councilman Roman, you forgot something?
Yes, thank you, Council President. To finish tonight, I just want to remind everyone that next Wednesday, July 27th, the Winfield 71st Annual Winfield Fire Department and Ambulance Squad Carnival will begin. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rain hope and stays away, from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then on Saturday, it'll be 4:30 to 10:30. Super 50/50 is already over $2,000. I'll probably get to 5 or 6 with some good weather. Please come down, ribs, clams, the beer tent, the rides, and a lot of friends. So, thank you. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Mayor?
Yes, first, I'd like to send my condolences to John Kezar. Sorry for your dad's loss. But I'd like to close out with saying that, you know, how did we get here as far as being a town, maybe the only town in the state of New Jersey, who's lowered taxes 6 years in a row? We got here by doing and trying something a little bit different. We took a chance with Aries, and, you know, too early in the game to say that we lost this one. But we took a chance with them, and I do believe that they're going to iron all their problems out and be a successful company in this town. You know, it's very easy for us to play Monday morning quarterback, but the game's not over yet. So let's just keep plugging away and doing what we do to try to make this town successful, keep balancing the budget, keep our taxes low, bring in companies that are innovative, and I do believe that Aries is an innovative company, and there's more to come. We're going to try to bring other companies here. So that being said, our job is to keep taxes low and stabilize property taxes.
Okay. Councilman Strano?
Yes, I'd be remiss if I didn't offer my condolences to John Kazar. I don't know if you know this. I think you do know, so we do have mutual friends. I know it's hard to believe, but I was in the presence of your dad just hours before he passed, and when I found out that he had passed away, I was just beyond belief, and I just want you to know that, you know, I can be a friend if you need it, okay? And again, my condolences to you and your family.
Thank you, Councilman. Okay, since everybody mentioned their children's birthdays, I would be remiss if I left out my son Tommy, whose birthday is Monday. He's July 25th, a Christmas in July baby. So yes, my baby is turning 26, so happy birthday, Tommy. He was born on Councilman Muhammad's birthday, right?
Well, that being said, can I wish my daughter a happy birthday too?
Sure, Mayor. We can't leave any of them out.
My daughter my oldest child will be 33 years old this year on July 27th. And I'll say this, she's my firstborn, and I say that most people can't remember the happiest day of their life. And now I love all my children, but I will honestly say this, that when she was born, that was the happiest day of my life. Okay, now, the rest of those days are very close, my other children, but that was the happiest day of my life. She's my firstborn.
Okay. Since we have so many birthdays, I have to let our deputy clerk wish a happy birthday to her.
I would like to wish a belated birthday to my daughter because it passed July 10th. My oldest daughter turned 20. So I have a July baby too.
All these July babies.
Why don't we just all sing happy birthday?
What about me? My daughter's birthday was July 11th, and my other daughter's birthday was June 12th, and my grandson was, no, I got it backwards, the 13th and the 12th.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. No.
All right, so happy birthday to all our July residents. All right. All right. We're going to announce the next council meeting will be as follows. Council conference meeting Monday, August 15th, 2022 at 6 p.m. in Council Chamber, City Hall. Council conference meeting prior to the council meeting, Tuesday, August 16th at 6 p.m. Council meeting Tuesday, August 16th at 7 p.m. in the Council Chambers, City Hall. This meeting will be held in person. Can we have a motion to adjourn, please?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Javik?
Yes.
Caldwell?
Yes.
Mohammed? Yes. Cosby? Yes. Roman?
Yes.
Strano?
Yes.
Blaine? Councilman Blaine? Yes. Hudak? Mrs. Yamakitis?
Yes.